6. Thanks for joining us. I'm Sherry Jones.
And I'm Lauren Thompson. Bob Stump worked for the DeWitt Township Police Department for more than 13 years. In January of 2020, during a high-speed chase, a woman slammed her car into his cruiser. He's been recovering ever since.
And last week, he was fired. Tony Garcia sat down with him. He's here for you now with more on this story.
Police say the woman was going about 70 miles an hour during this crash. Now, Officer Stump pulled up and put his car in the way and his life on the line. He suffered a broken leg and a shattered hip. At the time, he was named Officer of the Year, but today, he's struggling and wondering why he was let go.
Right after my accident, my chief was on the news saying how I was a hero.
Those who saw the crash or even heard about it lined up to thank him.
People stepped up like blankets, plaques. He did save lives. I mean, there were multiple witnesses after the accident that said had he not been there and taken that hit, they could have been killed.
Stump was rushed to Sparrow Hospital, where he stayed for days before getting a surgery to save his hip. He was wheelchair bound for 3 months and has been rehabbing ever since.
You're a cop from when you leave work until you get back. You're a cop off duty, on duty. That's what I'm struggling with.
After 2 years of COVID delays and figuring out workers' comp, he finally has his hip replacement scheduled for May. He was hoping to get medically cleared to rejoin the force after that.
Working towards that, getting this surgery, it was like, yes, finally, I have something to get, definite. I think I'll be back to work, and it's so close.
But instead, last Thursday, he was fired. The reason? Stump says the city manager told him 2 years was long enough to rehab. Stump also says the implication was the township can no longer afford to pay him.
I've got awards I could show you of Officer of the Year, life-saving awards. I mean, and no thanks. Like, it's written on his termination at the very bottom. Thank you for your sacrifice.
Stump says the bond is still strong with his fellow officers who are shocked at what happened.
They can't believe it. They don't believe it.
They're not happy. They know this isn't right. This is not how you treat someone that has clearly given up so much, that is trying to get back to work.
Now, 6 News has reached out to the city manager and police chief, both who say they cannot comment on personnel matters. As for what's next, there's a township board meeting next Monday where the Stumps say they plan to go to appeal the decision. They say community members have told them they'll show up in support. And also, they believe some of the board members did not know about his firing. Back to you.